Be sure to check out and subscribe on iTunes to Football Game Plan Podcast, where you can find the Scout Team Podcast, which features plenty prospect interviews coming from the 2018 NFL Draft, and always make sure to leave a 5-star rating. The FCS defensive line, more in particular the defensive ends, are very similar to the tight end position in that these programs are recruiting slightly undersized players coming out of high school that still have above average twitch and skill, and developing them into bona fide threats coming off the corner. We've separated the group by position, so ER means edge rusher or 3-4 outside linebacker, 5T is your defensive ends in a 3-4 defense, and DN is your standard 4-3 defensive end. Ebo Ogundeko out of Tennessee State is coming off of a fantastic career with the Tigers. He had a great week at the NFLPA game, and when you look at defensive end Devon Dade out of Portland State, I think he's another long athletic end with very good upside. Andrew Ankra of James Madison wreaked havoc on opposing offenses in the CAA and entire FCS. I like how he was utilized at JMU, which was all over the defense. He has experience with his hand in the dirt and also off the ground, which provides a lot of tape for scouts to pour through and also project. Moving on to the defensive tackles, and the one thing that all of these guys have in common is tremendous quickness off the ball. Bilal Nichols, PJ Hall, and Dalton Keene are all guys that perform well at the East-West Shrine game. Abdullah Anderson out of Bucknell has the versatility to play anywhere along the defensive front, in my opinion. And speaking of versatility, I think Lord Yamang out of Columbia is of the same ilk. The Lions played him over the center a lot, but when you watch him explode off the ball and also play with very good technique, you can envision him being a very good player that's able to hold his own elsewhere up front. And I'm also a big fan of Osman Kamara's game out of Stony Brook. He was part of a very good program known for developing defensive linemen. He's also another one of these quick twitch type defensive tackles that found themselves camped out in opposing backfields throughout the course of a ball game. In my opinion, this is a really good class of both defensive ends and defensive tackles coming out of the FCS.